Virgos, you know the drill. July brings a whole new set of astrological energies your way that are going to affect you in specific ways. So, in today's video, let's dive into your July of 2025 horoscope. Hello, my Virgos, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Isabel, your spiritual rebel friend, and today we are talking about your horoscope for July of 2025. Unfortunately, I'm going to try my best to make this shorter than my normal horoscopes because I do not have much time to film in my near future, and so I'm trying to get through as many signs as possible without sacrificing quality. So in today's video, we're going to be covering some of the major transits that are going to affect Virgos and talk about the major general themes that are present because wow. July of 2025 is bringing some major shifts, specifically in that there are multiple planets going retrograde, which retrogrades already bring a theme of introspection to the table. But specifically for you, Virgos, this is an extra introspective month. And so if you think or remember anything about this video, if you remember anything that is happening in the stars for July of 2025, know that this is your month for introspection and self-reflection. And before we dive into your horoscope today, Virgos, one, let me know how you like the mic because I'm trying out better sound quality. I honestly don't really know if the sound quality is much better. I've already gotten feedback that I need to hold the camera or the mic a little bit closer or further, and I need to get an attachment for it to really optimize this sound quality. I would love to hear your feedback if you like the mic better as a general theme or not. If you want me to get rid of the mic entirely and prefer my usual sound quality, which is just my iPhone. So, Virgos, I can trust you to give me the criticism. I can take the criticism. Let me know your feedback on the mic down in the comments below. I would love to make sure the sound quality is as good as possible for you guys, as I know many of my viewers are also watching these on the go. And secondarily, before we dive in, I encourage you to book a reading down in the description box below if you want to dive deeper into how the stars are going to play out for you in July of 2025 based off of your unique birth chart. Sky's the limit with these readings. They're meant to be practical and give you clear guidance towards your unique life so that you can achieve your unique desires. Readings really do cover everything. Sky's the limit. Learn more about readings down below and drop a comment down below if you have any questions. And with that spiel out of the way, let's dive into your July of 2025 horoscope. First, to start off with the basics and make it super short and super sweet, the sun will transit Cancer and Leo this month, per usual. In the first 22 days of the month with the sun in Cancer, you may want to put a priority on nurturing and supporting your community and nurturing and supporting yourself through your community. This may also be a time where you want to prioritize your purpose and purpose-driven projects. And when the sun shifts into the sign of Leo, this draws your energy within and calls you to make more time for introspection and inner work, as Leo is your 12th house for Virgo sun, moon, and rising. We will also have an aspect with the sun and Mercury called a Kazemi later in the month, and I will put the date over the screen for that, but this can be a day for extra realizations and mental clarity through your introspective process. And the sun will also additionally form an aspect to Uranus in Gemini, and this can bring some unexpected surprises to your career and to your profession through your introspective work. So this is a really great day for mental breakthroughs that also additionally bring career breakthroughs through your unconscious breakthroughs, career breakthroughs through your introspective work and introspection, inner work, belief breakthroughs through your career. The sun in Leo will also oppose Pluto in Aquarius, which can be a day full of tension, and check out my YouTube shorts and TikTok for when I'm going to publish that. On the 24th, the sun will also oppose Pluto. And so on this day, there may feel like there's some tension. I'm not going to touch on it much more. Just stay tuned on my YouTube shorts and my TikTok, where I will publish a video talking more about what this aspect means. We'll have a full moon in Capricorn on the 11th, and we will have a new moon in Leo on the 24th. What this means is that your emotional priorities in this month, Virgo, are your your pleasure, play, passion, and romance, as well as your introspective work. How do you play out in the world, and what are the beliefs that keep you from truly enjoying your life? And this is an interesting dynamic because we do have almost double Leo energy, just in a more compatible, so to say, way. as the full moon is in Capricorn in your fifth house naturally being Leo energy. And then we have a new moon in Leo, which naturally rules over the fifth house in a much more introspective house for you, the 12th house. So this is all about your relationship with play this month. You're trying to find more emotional fulfillment in how you pursue passion, but you may have to do some introspection along the way. Stay tuned for my videos where I break down the new and full moon and talk about your sign's horoscope. As your reminder for the month in general, in the first half of the month leading up to the full moon in Capricorn, you're balancing purpose with passion, fun with impact. And so maybe reflecting on these things and observing these areas of your life and making time for fun around the full moon in Capricorn is recommended. And with the new moon in Leo, you're initiating a new intention around how you are going to practice introspection, how you're going to make time for inner work. This is stereotypically a new moon where you can start going back to therapy, meditate more, or do something new with your introspective process. Now, one of the many retrogrades happening this month is Mercury stationing retrograde in 15 degrees of Leo, inviting you to reflect. If you feel like you want to hide behind closed doors more this month, Virgo, that is because Mercury retrograde. This is a very solitary retrograde, a retrograde that can make you really feel called to spend time in solitude. And so this may mean you feel this month much less like being out in the world. You may want to hide behind closed doors more. And this is something to embrace, as Mercury retrograde can bring you some really valuable insights about the introspective work you've been trying to do since November of 2024, when we had Mars in Leo and then go retrograde. And this Mercury retrograde is really completing that story. So spend that 2-week period when Mercury retrograde starts on the 18th to make time for introspection and self-reflection, as this is naturally what you're feeling called to do. It is something to honor and can bring you great reward. Mars stays hanging out in the sign of Virgo, which means that you are feeling more energy and more effort that you want to put in to specifically yourself. The more you spend time in your solitude and focus on putting in your efforts alone, the more rewarded you're going to feel for your efforts. And this may also be a time where you want to put your effort into cultivating your sense of self. Jupiter also continues its transits through Cancer in the month of July of 2025, which means overall you're still focusing on expanding your purpose and expanding your impact. So ask yourself throughout the month, how can I expand my emotional fulfillment and my ability to emotionally support others in my purpose and in my community? Now we have 3 major retrogrades starting in July of 2025. Saturn, Neptune, and Chiron all go retrograde in Aries, which simply put as a general theme means you're reflecting and backtracking on certain disciplines, structures, and maybe even healing work that you have done in matters related to your independence in dependent relationships, your independence that you find in codependent relationships. This is really about you, probably, Virgos, assessing your agreements that you have recently created in recent times in your intimate relationships, where you guys get along, what you guys do together, what you share financially, what you share physically, mentally, emotionally. This is about your most dependent relationships, dependent in any means. And with these retrogrades, you're assessing, backtracking, and saying, hold on, let me think through the establishments I've been putting together in my intimate relationships. And is this really serving me? Is this the level of independence I want in my intimate relationships? Is this the level of uh, freedom that I want? Or do I need to open myself up more to more emotional support and nurturance? There is an interesting dynamic overall with Jupiter in Cancer squaring these planets as a general theme that is more present at the beginning of Jupiter in Cancer's transits, but nonetheless, this can be a dynamic that is still present for you and something to reflect on. Simply put, assessing and backtracking on the structures you're established in your intimate relationships is something that may be present. You may want to backtrack on certain things and give yourself that space to reflect on how these structures in your intimate relationships are serving you. And if you need to be maybe a bit less idealistic and potentially reflect on wounds you've recently healed. July 7th, we have a massive shift happening in the stars. Uranus enters Gemini, which means that starting in July for the next 7 years, with there being a minor break of Uranus retrograde back into Taurus, overall, you can expect the unexpected when it comes to your career. Uranus is trying to innovate your career mentality. So embrace the unexpected to align with these shifts that the universe is trying to present you so that you can think differently about your career in recognition and gain more fulfillment. Last but certainly not the least, Pluto stays retrograde in Aquarius. If you want to know more about the themes of that, I have a video talking about Pluto retrograde. I'm not even going to touch on it in this video, as Pluto retrogrades very slowly and is much more of a collective theme rather than a personal. Yes, there are some personal themes, but I don't want to take much more time in this video to talk about them, as I'm trying to get through as many horoscopes as possible. And normally I cover tips for each sign at the end of my videos, but I've decided to make this a separate video series, which possibly may just be published on YouTube Shorts this month. As I said, I'm sorry, I don't have much time this month to be recording as many videos as normal. So let me know down in the comments below. Did this video help you? Are you a Virgo sun, moon, and or rising? What are you feeling this month? What are you excited for this month? What are you hoping to align with? What are you concerned about? What questions do you have? Let me know all your feedback and your thoughts down in the comments below, and book a reading if you want to go deeper into how July of 2025 will play out for you. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I sincerely hope you enjoyed. Once again, my name is Isabel, and from my heart to yours, namaste.